coffee maker can beep and all that stuff. I'm gonna join you on my back. So just as you're settling in, just take a moment to just check in with your body. So again, I say it every week, but you know, our lives are, you know, changed by this quarantine. Our daily movement is changed, and I think it's just so great that you guys are continuing on with your practice and taking your classes and hopefully going outdoors and moving around and moving your body. Just trying to find a little more connection between the body and the mind. Using the breath to help get us there. It doesn't have to be anything super, super deep, but just, you know, let this next 90 minutes or so and bring your day a little more into focus. Hopefully it will provide you with both a sense of calm, but also energy. So just like any good yoga practice, the union of the opposites. The energy, the calm, the steady, the sweet, the stretch, the active poses. Let's take a few more breaths. Close your eyes and just follow the breath as it travels up your spine, fills up your whole torso, not just your front body. So think of your whole torso filling up from the bottom to the top, and then exhaling from the top to the bottom. And your shoulders soften down. And from here, gather your knees in and take your legs straight up to the sky. So like legs up the wall type position. So legs just as straight as they want to go this morning. You can have a little bend in your knees. Your hamstrings feel tight. Starting to feel the inner thighs roll back. You can point and flex through your feet a few times. Take a few circles with the ankles. And then for a few breaths, just come back to stillness in this position. Bend your tailbone a little bit down and forward just so you still have a little curve in your lumbar spine. You're not jamming your spine down into the mat at this point. So belly button is in, but we're not forcing the curves to go away. And from here, keep your big toes touching. Start to bend your knees so they come down and your quads come outside of your rib cage. Your knees are apart, but your big toes are touching. Either holding on just lightly on top of your kneecaps, or wrapping your forearms around, maybe clasping your fingers into like an upside down child's pose, or even it's kind of like crow, but that's not foreshadowing or anything. I'm just saying. Just draw your shins down. Keep the breath moving. And then from here, come to happy baby. So separate the feet, turn the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling. Try to reach inside of your knees for the outside of your feet, if that makes sense. So you're not just reaching around and grabbing for the outside of your feet. You're kind of going from the inside to the outside. So now the feet are facing the ceiling. If you're holding your feet, you can try to draw the pinky edges of the feet out and press up through the inner edge. If your feet felt a little bit too far this morning, everybody's looking pretty good to me. I can see you up on the big screen. But you can reach just for your shins or your ankles. You can rock side to side, get lazy. Nice. Yeah, there you go, Bob and Barb. You know, take out your neighbor. Little wagging tails going by, it's cute. I don't mean on you guys. Okay. And then find your way back to center, just stillness in your happy baby. And then release your feet down onto the mat. Take your right ankle, cross it on top of your left shin. So one more nice supine hip opener here. Decide if you want to thread the needle, you can thread. You can stay just like this. Flex your right foot, press your right knee open. Take a few breaths. Nice, good, Alma. Nice to see you, Sid. Got some new people in our crew this morning. Hi. From here, everybody come back down to the starting position. So where you're just in a figure four with your left foot on the mat. And then bring your hand, oh, not yet. First, drop your pose over to the left. So let the right foot come down outside of the left quad. You know we've done this one before. So keep the figure four shape, keep pressing your right knee up to the sky. So not a full twist, still keeping some of that hip stretch engagement. Now take your hands behind your head, point your elbows out to the side. So like for a crunch, and then from here, take an inhale at the bottom and exhale, crunch it up, just straight up and down. So not to the left, just straight up and then lower. And we'll go for 8. So that was 1, lift up for 2, little bit of obliques. 3, I'm feeling the stomach these days. 4, it's between the hot weather and being quarantined. 5, I feel like I need to do more abs. 6, and lower. No abs for girly. 7, if she's with you, Joe. And 8, good. Release it down, switch sides, uncross and recross. Left ankle on top, find your figure four shape and just decide, do you want to thread? Do you want to just stay with right foot down? Want you to feel it in your left outer hip. Take what you need, it's still early, waking up the muscles, at least it's early for me. Couple more breaths. You can even rock here if you want. Nice, good, Tara. And then set your right foot down, and then take that little kind of twist, figure four twist to your right. So we're just dropping the left foot flat down to the mat, keeping the ankle up against the knee, pressing the left knee open. So staying with a little hip opener on the left side, hands come back behind the head. 8 times on this side, inhale at the bottom. Exhale to curl it up, just straight up the middle and lower. Come up for 2. You can go faster or slower than me. I'm gonna go for 8, so for 3, on my breath, 4, although it's hard to breathe when you talk. 5, you guys have to breathe for me. 6, exhale at the top. 7, and 8, release. Take a moment, hug your knees in evenly, and then we'll do one more ab exercise while we're here on our backs, and then we'll get started with the yoga. Bring your knees over your hips. Bring your hands behind your head and curl up. Just gonna do some bicycles. So stretching your right leg out. Take an inhale, exhale, twist. Try to tap your left knee and then switch. And then just keep going as fast or as slow as you want. Eventually I'll start counting down. So make this one a twist. Last time we were just going straight up and down. Try not to bring your knee in too far. If you can keep your knee just coming to the over your hip, even if your elbow doesn't hit it, that would be good. We'll go for 8 on each side. 7, 6, 5, 4. Good job, you guys. 3, everybody's going. 2, last 1 each side, even it out. And then tug it in, or stretch it out, take what you need. And then inhale through your nose all together. Exhale, sigh it out, even though no one can hear you but your dog or your cat. Hug your knees in, take a few easy rolls up and down on your spine and make your way to tabletop. But take a few rolls, right? Don't make it just one. Have some fun with it. Get all the way up to the top of your neck on the roll. And then come all the way to tabletop. So fingers are spread, right? You can see a little bit of mat in between each finger. You point your index finger forward and then spin the eye of your elbow a little bit forward so it's aiming towards your thumb. Get a nice external rotation of the arm. And we'll take a few cat-cows. Inhaling, finding your cow. And exhale, cat. A couple like this. If you want to turn your hands around at some point because that feels like a good wrist stretch for you, you can. You know I like that. If you need any other movements like shifting your hips side to side, taking little circles, take these next few breaths to find that. Basically just starting to link the breath to the movement. Let the inhales be very lengthening and the exhales are when you really fold in and you contract. Take one more or even out right to left. And then come back to your tabletop position and walk your fingers more forward. So keep your hip over your knee and then find puppy dog. Fingers walk forward. I like to stand tented fingers. You could put your palms down. You could put your hands on blocks. And then start to lower your chest toward the mat. If that seems impossible, it seems impossible for me. So you can lower your forehead. Try not to overarch in the low back. So it's not this. It's more belly in. Feels so good to do this, but not a good idea. Getting into the shoulders. Keep rolling the inside edge of the elbow up toward your thumb. The upper arms back like down dog. And then walk your hands back in. Step your right foot forward outside of your right hand. So right here from this tabletop, bring the right foot so it's outside of the right hand. Both hands are on the inside. Take the top of your back foot flat. So connect all 10 toes down to the mat. You can be on fingertips, flat hands, or even blocks. We're just gonna take an inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, keep the back knee down. Just flex through your front foot and fold in. So a couple times, just a joint warm up. Inhale, lunging forward. You can pad your back knee. Exhale, fold in. We're not going to be here forever. Just 4 of these. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. We'll come to a lunge. So plant your hands. You can walk your right foot a little more to the center of the mat so your hands are framing your foot at this point. And then just shift forward and back a couple times, stretching through the back of the left leg. Press the left heel back. Feel it under the toes. And then from here, come back to your lunge where your right knee's over your right ankle. Walk the right hand over to the left, pivot into a wide leg forward fold. So all 10 toes facing forward, keeping your hands down again. So we're just warming up our joints, so take what you need, shift side to side. Keep the toes facing forward. You can let your head go. Next time you get to the left, stay there. Keep walking your hands over towards your left foot, and you'll be facing the back of your mat in that lunge we started in. Set your right knee down, release your right toes. So just in that low lunge, you can walk your left foot a little wider so your hands are on the inside of your left foot. Inhale here, and exhale, fold in, straighten the left leg. We're just going to the other side, easy peasy. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, hamstring. Inhale, hip flexor. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale yourself back to the lunge position. Pick up your right knee, and can bring the left foot a little more centered if you like, or you could keep it wide. I guess would be fine. And then just shift forward and back. Get the back of that right leg, that low down part in the calf. Maybe you get some toe crackles. Right? Think about really bringing your heel up over your toes like you would in a crescent pose. And then next time you get to the lunge part, stay there. We're going to walk back the way we came. So walking towards your right. Come to that wide leg forward fold. And from here, everybody just inhale, bend both knees at the same time, look forward, and exhale, fold in. So a couple times here, inhale, lengthen your spine, take a little squat, exhale, fold in. So just really, you can make it organic. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing. One more time. Fold in. Inhale with the legs straight. Walk back toward the front of your mat where your right foot's facing forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Shoulders are over the wrists. Hands are just like you had them in your tabletop. Strong straight arms, that little external rotation. Squeeze thumb to thumb. Draw your belly button in. Make sure your butt's not drooping down or your head's not drooping down. Everything's nice and long. Stay for 4. Wrap your inner thighs to the sky. 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Hopefully you don't have to change your hands and your feet too much. As you see, my feet had to come in a touch, but keep it nice and long. Squeeze thumb to thumb, same arms. Wrap those inner arms up. Press the upper arms out and back. And walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's come up to stand for a moment. Inhale to rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, you guys. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, hold the length, shift toward the front of your feet, and then keep walking your hands forward till you get back to plank. Top of a push-up. Nice long plank. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale to down dog. I'm gonna do that again. Inhale, high up on your toes, belly in, tuck your chin, roll to plank. Exhale, down dog. Couple more times. Inhale up on the toes, belly in, like cat, roll into plank. Keep the arms strong. Exhale, press the mat away, down dog. Two more times. Inhale, shift plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, shift plank. This time, pause and plank. Come a little more forward to your tippy toes, that uncomfortable spot where you're peering over your mat, edge of your mat, like it's the edge of a cliff. I feel like it's the edge of a cliff. One more inhale. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, send it out your mouth. Next inhale, again, high up on your toes in down dog. Stay in down dog, bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're gonna go through Surya A couple times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, adding a few cobra variations. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step it back to plank, and then lower slow all the way to your belly. Take your hands as wide as your mat. Come up on those tented fingers for wide cobra. Inhale, roll up so your elbows are over your wrists. Big wide cobra, nice. Exhale, lower, good Ricardo. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, lower. Two more. Press the feet down super hard so your kneecaps lift. Nice, Ellen. And Ellen, I see the other Ellen now. Lower down. One more time, inhale. Neither one of you knows who's the other Ellen, except Ellen A and Ellen B. Ellen J and Ellen K. Lower down. Place your hands alongside your rib cage. Tuck your toes, either tabletop or plank on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an extra breath or two. Strong straight arms, lifted sit bones, core engaged. Inhale, up on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Come to feet hip distance and parallel. Inhale, lengthen, shift forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, engage your core on the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, Dana, good to see you in the picture. Inhale, reach up. Nice, Dawn. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Again, exhale, fold in. Everybody step back to plank. Lower chaturanga and then come to your belly. Release your forehead to your mat. Bring your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. On your inhale, lift your torso, lift your feet. Keep leading with the elbows. Exhale, lower. Really get into the thoracic spine. Inhale, lift, that's your mid-spine. Exhale, lower. Two more times, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release. Again, hands come back flat along the top of your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Inhale to tabletop or plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ears are between the biceps. You can check your feet, make sure they're straight. Inhale, come up high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly hop, try to float it up to the top of the mat. Inhale, exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so this time just one breath per movement. If you like to hop back, you can hop back. Just make sure you land in chaturanga, not plank. Inhale, reach up. Your exhale would take you all the way to chaturanga, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank or chaturanga. I never do that, but I was trying to demonstrate. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the jump for me because I feel like I have more control and I'm using more muscle strength when I'm doing plank to chaturanga, but it's fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. I'll admit it's fun. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. Make sure your right foot lands a little bit to the right, not right in the center of your mat. Left heel high, we'll twist open to the right. Inhale, right arm up. Right, so if you need your block or your book, left hand could be there. You could use your fingertips, are always handy. Good, keep twisting open. Keep lifting the back thigh higher than you think. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, let the right hand come down. Step up into a standing split on your right leg. Left leg lifts. And look back at your left toes, see that they're pointing down toward the mat. Take a couple breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, land the left foot next to the right or hip distance. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, forward fold, right back down. You can swan dive, you can go hand through heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in and step your right leg back this time. Set your right knee all the way down to the mat. Toes can be tucked or flat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Stretching through the front of the right leg, the one that was just bent. Reach long. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back so get nice chest expansion. And then if the back bend is in you, lean back. Try to lift from the heart and feel it in the mid-back more than that low back. Right, try to go mid-back, back bend. It's hard, I know. Inhale, bring the torso back up to center. Release your hands to the mat, step back to plank. Take your time, chaturanga, take the whole exhale to lower. Inhale, enjoy the back bend in cobra or up dog, nice Alma. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Cat back and plank. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward for your twist. So just make sure you have enough space left to right. Get the right heel high. And then twist to the left. Nice, Donna, good. I know it's weird. Depends where you have your camera. You have to kind of crane your head to see. But you guys know all these poses. I'm not throwing anything too crazy new at you right now. That's a disclaimer for maybe later, but I don't know. Good. One more inhale, maybe top arm goes up and over the ear. Exhale, Hand to the mat, standing split. Shift your weight forward onto your left foot. Float your right leg up. And then just melt in. So still pressing the mat away with your left foot to lift your left hip up and back. Try to make sure your right toes aren't turning out to the right like half moon. They're more facing down toward the mat. It's okay if you needed a little hip opener break. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, right foot next to left. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, right back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step your left leg back. Set your left knee down, and then we'll come to Anjaneyasana, low lunge, reaching up. So it's always that dual action, so you're sinking forward, but you're leaning back. Clasp your hands behind your back. Maybe switch up a finger. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice bar. Good bomb. Lean back. Oh, there you go. 4, 3, 2. Nice, Ricardo. 1. Good, Julie. Inhale, come up through center. Release your hands to the mat. This time, lift your left knee up. We're just going to step forward. Left foot up to meet the right. Feet hip distance and parallel. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, take a wide step on your mat out to the left. So your right foot's the one that's still at the top of your mat. Turn all 10 toes to face me just for a moment. So just starting here where your hips are centered. Okay, so we're gonna do some external hip opening type poses. If your left hip comes with you a little bit, it's fine. We try to stay as centered as we can. Pivot your right toes toward the front of the mat. Gaze down, look for front heel to back arch. Extend your arms and then start to sink into warrior 2. And you may, like I'm doing, need to wiggle your feet a little wider. You want to have your right knee over your right ankle. Not out in front of it, maybe a little behind it is better. And just refine your breath, maybe close your eyes. My mat's feeling really slippery today. Belly in, tailbone down. Shoulders soft. From here, inhale, hinge forward for Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. You can definitely go right forearm to thigh, or you can reach for your handy block and take the pose like that with the block on the outside or the inside of your foot, whichever you prefer. Really try to press the right knee open to the right. Having the arm there to lean against is nice. Keep moving your left thigh back toward the whatever's the back to you right now. I usually like to use landmarks in the room, but we don't have that. Good. Stay here for 4. Really lengthen. Belly draws in. Rib cage rolls open. 3. Everybody's looking good. 2. I see all different angles. And on 1, start to come back up to center side. Press into your feet. Rise back up. Parallel your feet, and we'll go to the other side. Left toes out to the left. If you know you're going to need your block, maybe switch it over to the left, or you have 2 blocks, so you can put 1 over there. Find your warrior 2. Good, a lot of you are already there. So warrior 2 is a really good jumping off point. It's a nice place to figure out if our hips are being sassy, right? That's when the back hip lifts. Find your breath. If it helps to close your eyes, close your eyes. And then inhale, hinge out over the left thigh. Again, you can go forearm to thigh. Just make sure you're always pressing away and keeping space between your left thigh and your left torso. You're not just kind of resting, right? That's going to kill your shoulder. Keep peeling open. Again, I love using the block. Right, if you guys don't have blocks, maybe it's time. It's always fun to have a delivery show up on your doorstep. So just order some blocks, right? Stretch your top arm up and over. I'm sure nobody can tell that I ordered my first new pair of yoga pants for the year this week. So it's pretty good. I made it till May. It's fun getting deliveries. Okay. Reaching long, keep peeling open, keep pressing that left knee open, scooping the left butt under. And then get firm in the feet. Inhale, rise one more time, back up to center. Extend both legs, parallel the feet. This time we're gonna forward fold with that clasp behind the back. You could be holding on to like a towel or a strap behind your back if that's better for you. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. And then exhale, forward fold. Keep that chest expansion. Keep those shoulders moving back as you fold. You don't want to let the shoulders wrap up to your ears like earrings. Then moving back and away. Prasarita, Padottanasana C. Basically a wide leg forward fold with the shoulder stretch. Take a couple more breaths. Send more weight toward the front of your feet so you really feel a stretch at the back of your leg. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your fingers back toward the front of your mat. Turn your right toes forward. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Shift forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, find your cobra or up dog. Even be a sphinx. Nice people. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good job, Saturday morning crew. Inhale from here, come up on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step, step, or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Air. Exhale, hands to your mat. Okay, so check your feet really quick. Make sure they're still parallel to each other. They like to move around when we hop and jump and all that. So make sure you're at the front end of your mat. We'll come to chair pose. So thinking butt moves back first, and then the knees start to bend. You can have your arms by your ears or wherever they're comfortable. So try to watch out for the knees wanting to knock together. Keep them evenly, keep them tracking over the ankles. Get a little deeper if you can. Draw the belly button in more than scooping the butt down. Just really think sucking belly button in. Take one more inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in either vinyasa or stepping straight back to down dog. It's always okay to skip one out here and there. Take your time, allow me to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky and open up through the right hip. So keep the left heel, the back heel pressing down, the left hip scooping toward the midline, and then let the right leg be free. You can bend your knee, circle your ankle. Take what you need, and maybe look slightly underneath your left arm to keep you stable. Inhale, level off your hips. You can come back high onto the ball of the left foot. Step the right foot forward, up between your hands. We'll come up warrior 2. Left heel spins flat. Inhale, rise up. So we were just in warrior 2, just a different entry. Make sure your feet are spread wide enough. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse. So big side body stretch from the right hip all the way up through the right fingertips. Keep the right knee bent just for another breath or two. Keep the left leg strong. Keep this reverse shape, straighten out through the right leg, reverse Trikonasana. Even deeper side body stretch. Press down into your feet, especially your back foot. Inhale, come up to center. And we'll take it to triangle pose. So keep the left foot rooting, keep the kneecap lifting, hinge forward, right hand down, left arm up. As always, I have to locate my block. And we'll stay in triangle for a few breaths, about 4 or 5 breaths. Really peeling open. Scoop the right side of your butt down towards your left heel. Move your left thigh back. Check your shoulders. If you have another arm variation you like stretching the top arm up and over or taking a half bind, you can add that in here. Another about 2 more big deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, unwind. Left arm up to the sky if it's not already there. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Come to a lunge facing forward. Set your left knee down and then climb both hands up onto that right thigh. So just hands to thigh. We're going to set up a twist. So keeping the right hand down, inhale your left arm up, get long. And exhale, hinge forward. Take the left elbow across the right knee. Find your prayer twist. So just keep your back knee down for this round. You can release the top of your foot, press the top of your foot and your shin to the mat. Keep the right big toe pressing down and toward the left, toward the center. Keep hugging your right hip back. Pressing your right knee to the right into your arms for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands come down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower slow, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Take your time, stay. Nice, Donna, good shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, and then we'll open the hip. So take what you need here. All I ask is that you keep your shoulders level. Right, maybe look under the right arm will help you with that. Hug the right hip in. You can bend the left knee. I know you guys are taking what you need. You lift the left outer glute up a little higher. And then inhale, level off your hips. On an exhale with control, left foot steps forward, right heel spins flat, front heel to back arch or possibly heel to heel, warrior 2. So come on up, find your warrior 2. Okay, I know I have my back to you, but you guys know what to do, right? I'm watching on the TV. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse. Sink a little deeper in the left knee. Keep rolling the shoulders back. And then staying in this reverse shape, press into your left foot, let it straighten out. Keep leaning back. Inhale, come up through center with both legs straight. You need to adjust your back foot slightly. I like to bring it in and turn it a little forward. Triangle pose, root down through the back foot. Inhale, hinge forward, lengthen. Exhale, triangle pose. Peel open. So again, keep weight into the inside edge, the big toe side of the left foot. The left wrist connects to the left shin. You want to take an arm variation, take an arm variation. I'm go with the half bind, really pull my shoulder back. For 4, draw your waistline back. Maybe that hand behind your back reminds you. 3, inhale and exhale. One more full big breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, unwind if you're bound. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Come to your lunge and then set your right knee down. We release the right toes. Climb up onto the left side. Good, good with the padding. I need to get an official yoga blanket. I don't know. Okay, sink forward. Keep your left hand on the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, twist to your left. So right elbow comes across. Hands come into prayer. Really try to send your left elbow up toward the sky. Press your left knee open to the left, but keep your left big toe rooting down into the right. So stay stable. Inhale. Exhale, keep twisting. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Pull the heels of your hands back. Exhale, keep that big toe down. Inhale. And exhale, release. Step back, find your plank. Take your time, vinyasa or not. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing. So either a couple breaths in your down dog, that sounds like a good time for a child's pose or a water break, take that. We'll just take like 3 to 5 breaths. So you could stay in your down dog. Okay, as you're ready, find your way back to down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then turn your toes out, heels in, find Malasana, just right here at the back of your mat. Press your knees open, bring your hands to your heart. We'll take a little stretch here, stretching your right arm out to the right. Keep it connected for now to the inside of your right knee. Press your knee into your arm and your arm back into your knee. Left arm can reach up or wrap behind your back. Soften the left shoulder, peel it open. Stay for 4, 3, 2, one more inhale. And exhale, come back through center, other side, connecting the inside of the arm to the inside of the leg, and then squeezing both directions. Peel open. Have fun if you like it. Shoulders down, belly in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Place your hands down, straighten out your legs, come back to Uttanasana. And then walk yourself back to downward facing dog. Here he comes. Come get me. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Right, Star-Lord. Scoochie, scoochie. We're going to come up to crescent pose. So stay high on the ball of your back foot. Rise yourself up, crescent lunge. Good. Just find this first. Make sure you have enough space left to right with your feet. You don't feel wobbly and on a tightrope. Bring your hands, bring your right hand onto your right thigh. We're gonna do the twist again. Inhale, reach along with the left, hinge forward, and then take this left elbow across your right knee. So same twist we did before, just trying to keep the back knee lifted this time. So pressing the right knee toward the right, keeping the right big toe rooting down and pushing toward the left. If it's a balancing act for you here in crescent, it's a little easier on your hips to be in crescent, but you could spin your back heel flat, make it more of a warrior 1 foot. Might feel more anchored. Keep pulling your right hip back. A couple more breaths. Think about the twist. Inhale for length. Exhale, peel toward the right for 4. Keep wrapping your left inner thigh toward the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Shorten your stance about 1/3 of the way for Parsvatonasana, pyramid pose. So both legs are straight. Right toes facing forward, left toes facing up toward the top left corner of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold in, forehead to shin. And then stay here for a few breaths. So thinking about you're hugging your elbows in rather than flaring them out. So it's more like elbows trapped behind your thumbs rather than your pinkies. Really engage that right hip back. Press the left heel down. Keep pressing the right big toe down. And stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pivot onto the ball of your left foot and crawl up into a standing split. And from here, just take 1 inhale. Exhale, release. Set the left foot down next to the right or hip distance. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so we're gonna switch it up a little, do a little standing balance before we do the other side. So I'm gonna face you, just stay facing the way you're facing. I'm just gonna turn to you. We're gonna stand on our left leg, the one that's been a little more rested. Bring the right knee up in front. So Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, take it how you need it. You could stay with a bent knee. You can reach your right hand for your right big toe and start to extend. And maybe you extend partial or all the way. Keep pressing your left foot into the mat. Pull your left thigh back, stand tall for 4. 3, don't worry if you wobble and fall out, just come back. 3, 2, on 1, we're gonna open out to the right, go slow, just go as far as you can. Again, bend your knee if you wanna bend your knee. Keep standing tall for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Everybody keep your leg lifted. Bring your hands to your hips. If you have a bent knee, just extend your leg, even if it's super low, it doesn't matter, just get your leg up. Reach your arms to the sky for 4, 3, I tried to look at you guys on the TV and then I fell. 2, 1, let it go. Good, take it out, take it out. Nice, good, Julie. Take a little walk around your mat, you know, always good. Okay, come back to Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Either vinyasa or not, make it to down dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Take what you need. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward and we'll rise up crescent pose. Again, just maybe left foot a little more to the left so you have space for your lunge. Rise up. Good. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. Keep reaching long with the right arm. And then hinge forward. Keep rooting the left thigh bone forward. Twist to your left. Bring your hands into prayer. Keep pressing your left knee to the left, but then keep your right big toe pressing down and toward the center. Stay here, find your twist. Keep lifting your back thigh high. Stay with a crescent foot with the toes tucked, or possibly back foot flat. Keep inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, feel the rib cage, wrap more to the left. Inhale. And exhale, keep that inside edge of the left foot down. Inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale, release. Come to standing split, find that first. Give that left leg some relief. Hug the left hip back. If you're into handstand hopping, I guess you could do that here. One more inhale. Oh, we didn't do Parsvottanasana, did I? Okay, I knew something was missing. Step your right foot back, sorry. Straighten out through both legs. And then from here, set up your pyramid pose. So I'm sure a few of you were yelling at me, but I couldn't hear you. Left toes forward, right toes turned up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, keep hugging your left hip back. Exhale, fold in, so you got a break. Maybe you don't think standing splits is a break. Good. Nice, guys. Nice, Ellen, with the fun. I like it. Keep lengthening through your spine, even if you need to come up and re-lengthen. Couple more breaths. Keep some weight to the inside edge of your left foot as you're pulling your left hip back. Inhale, look forward. We'll just come for a breath, standing split. Stretch it out. And then let the right foot come down next to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now I know why we don't put the lights on in the yoga studio. Recessed lights are, whew, I feel like I'm at core power. Stand on your right foot. Pick your left knee up in front. Draw your right thigh back. So just get a nice firm foundation. And then decide if you want to grab the toe, maybe just extend the leg or use a towel or a strap. Get that left big toe and then start to move the left leg forward as you're pulling the right thigh back. So it's almost like you feel like you're poking your butt back, but you're just staying straight up and down. For 4, shoulders back. 3, maybe your arm is out like a wing to balance you. 2, or it's up to the sky. Open out to the end. Right? Try to stay strong in that standing leg. For 4, belly in. 3, 2, 1. Good, Vera. Just have fun with it. Come back to center. Release the foot. Find hands on hips. Find your balance. Doesn't matter how high your leg is. Both arms up. For 4. Get tall. 3. Think my head's gonna touch the ceiling. 2, 1. Like. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it off. Doing good. Okay, let's come to downward facing dog. No, well, yeah, come to downward facing dog. Just, you don't have to do a vinyasa, just find your way to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Step your right foot forward and set your left knee down. So we're gonna do, you can come up onto your right thigh. We're gonna do the quadricep stretch. If you have a block, if we've done this in class once or twice, and you wanna elevate your left knee onto a block to make your foot get closer to you, you can, but you don't have to. And then bring your right hand onto your right thigh. We're gonna do same hand to foot today. It's a little more challenging. Try not to do the resting on the forearm thing. If you can, try to go up on your hand. And then bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, and pull it in. So try to have right hand on thighs. You can keep rooting that right thigh going forward really good. Keep sinking into it. If you could spin your elbow up to the sky, you could. I don't even think I can on this one. For 4. Hurry, nice Dawn. 2. Good, Ricardo. Watch that knee going too far forward. 1. Come back. Release. And then remove the block. Take Ardha Hanuman. So stretching the right leg to straight. As much of a split as you like. So if this is good for you, just staying centered, stay centered. If you want to push it a little further, you can. You can use blocks if you have 2 or you have something that's like blocks. Maybe they're under your hands and that helps you wiggle a little more forward. You could place one under your right thigh, or you can stay with plan A. We'll just stay for a couple breaths. For those of you who are going deeper, nice, Ellen, into the split. Really good. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring yourself back up, and we'll come to pigeon right from here. So wiggling the right foot over toward the left, set the right shin down, stretch the left leg back, square your hips toward the front, and then you're good to go. You can release the back toes and fold in. Use any props. Again, if you have one of those handy blankets and you want it under your right hip. Sometimes I take a block and I put it like here, and I put my foot into my block, and kind of experimental. I'm going to stay for about another minute. Breathe. If you're listening to music, just let yourself go. Let the shoulders and the brow soften. Nice. Good. Almost. Nice. You guys look comfy. See some little tails coming through. They know when we're in our most vulnerable position when they come. Few more breaths. About 10 more seconds, so maybe that's 1 or 2 nice long breaths for you. Okay, so from here, inhale, peel yourself up, and then take yourself back to down dog. Give that right leg a shake, open your hip, flip your dog if that's something that you do. Maybe do it carefully, right? So flip dog, you gotta really root down into your left hand, your right fingers start to get light, your left foot goes flat, your right toes land, you lift your heart. And then when everybody's ready, if you're flipped, go slow, come back. We'll take the other side, starting with the quad stretch. So stepping your left foot forward, setting your right knee down, possibly elevate it on a block. If you try it and you don't like it, you don't have to do it. If you don't have a block, then obviously it's no big deal. Left hand is on the left thigh, rooting the left thigh bone forward, just like we did when we started the twist. Right knee bends, and you try to find your right foot with your right hand. Always one side is tighter. My right side is my nemesis these days. So maybe you just reach back and lightly touch it like I am, or you use a strap. Lift your sternum, stay for 4. So good, Donna. 3, 2, 1. Nice barb. Let it go. And then come down off the block. If you're on the block, take your version of Hanumanasana splits. So again, you can stay with right hip over right knee. Just lengthen and fold, or you can try to push it a little bit. You can support it with a block. So all my friends' kids are choosing their colleges this week. I don't know if any of you have kids. I know some of you have kids in college, but if you have kids going to college, pretty huge. Seeing all the pictures on Facebook of all the kids in their college shirts, starting a new life. Hopefully they get to actually go to the school. Right? Yeah. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of that. Rebend your left knee for a minute and then wiggle into pigeon. So wiggling the left foot over to the right. Make sure that your left knee is slightly wider than your left hip. Shin as parallel to the front of the mat as you can get it. That's all subjective. Bring the right leg back and then take your pigeon. As far as high school goes, I don't know how much I talked about it in class. I probably did, but my daughter did get into Taft off the waiting list, so we're happy about that. And again, hoping she gets to go, and preferably like September, not July, but we'll see what happens. So squeeze knee to knee, activate that left outer hip, soften your shoulders. One more big breath in. Exhale. And then inhale, climb yourself back up. If you need a shakeout, if you did it on the first side, you want to flip it on this side, do it. We're going to end up seated. So take what you need. Usually if I flip, I like to do it on both sides. If I didn't flip, I might not. And then as you're ready, find your way to down dog. If you flipped, and then walk yourself forward and have a seat. And I'm sitting facing you, but again, just stay however you are, no big deal. I just want to face the camera. Take your right foot, cross it over your left. We're going to take one more twist. You can keep your left leg extended, or you can bend it in. Keep that right foot pressing down, especially that right big toe. Right fingers go behind your back. Inhale, left arm up. And then twist to your right. Elbow can come across or click of the elbow, either way. So each inhale, sit up taller. And as you exhale, find that press into the right foot. And then from that anchor, really twist. Been a lot of twisting today. Bring it all out. One more inhale. And exhale, just unwind to center. Maybe take a counter twist to your left. And then we'll do the other side. So unwind your legs if they're all bound up. Take your left foot over. Bring your right heel in or keep it extended if that's better for you. Really root the left foot down. So think left big toe pressing down. Left fingers behind you. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, twisting towards your left. Again, elbow across. And if this feels kind of crunchy on you, try the crease of the elbow thing. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, root down into your left foot as you twist away from it. A couple more breaths like that. So the inhale sits you taller and longer. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. And exhale, return to center, unwind, just give them a little shake. We're gonna take camel pose, which we probably haven't done for a while. I haven't done for a while. So start kneeling. If you need to put a little padding under your knees, of course you could do so, like a little blanket, or can like double your mat up. If you don't have a thick mat. Start with your toes tucked so your heels are lifted. In class, we've done this with, Barb, I know you like this, if you have your blocks, with your toes elevated on your blocks to make them even up a little higher. It's kind of nice. And then think about, you're not leaning your whole body back. Are you trying to keep your thighs up like they were up against the wall? You can take your hands to your sacrum, start to find your back bend from your upper back. Try to keep the hips and low back nice and stable, and then find your heels. I put mine up on the blocks for fun, but you could have your toes down on the mat. You could even have the tops of your feet flat. Stay for 4. You don't have to dump your head all the way back. Harder to talk that way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment, just rest. Slowly come up. We'll rest in between sides, not really sides, but we're gonna do one more. So yeah, if you liked it on the blocks, you could stay with blocks. You could come off the blocks, right? The most advanced version and the traditional version is to take the tops of your feet flat on the mat. Maybe you start here and see where you go. Okay, so same thing. Think about the front of your thighs, which we opened up pretty good in those quad stretch, staying up like it was leaning against a wall, which you guys, most of you have probably done in a class before. And then start to go back. Roll your shoulders back like there's a wheel in your shoulders and it's rolling back. And then you can find your heels and lift. And then maybe if you're feeling open, I'm pretty back bendy, so I'm gonna try it. Take the tops of your feet flat. Keep opening up through your heart. Keep leaning yourself back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way back up slow, especially if you went super deep. And then sit back, hips to heels. Catch your breath. And then sit off to either side, swing your legs out in front of you. That felt good. I hope that felt good for you guys. I haven't done camel as a back bend option in a while. So. Okay, Paschimottanasana, super nice counter pose for the camel. You can roll your inner thighs back. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold. So as always, reach for what you can get. If it's your feet, great. If it's your shins or your ankles, great. Lengthen the spine, and then when you get to your edge, you can let your head go. Just reversing the curve, so the opposite of a back bend, forward fold. Stay for a few more breaths, right? Maybe you have a block out in front of your feet. Maybe you have a bolster on top of your legs and you're resting your head there. That's more comfortable. Couch pillow. Inhale, gaze toward your toes, and exhale, slowly peel up, and we'll go all the way onto our backs. Tara, call your husband. No, just kidding. Yeah, the nice husband was helping her with her twist, giving her the twist adjustment the other day. Okay, so before we do go into the twist, just take your right knee in, stretch your left leg out, and then stretch your right leg up to the sky. So just one more hamstring stretch. From here, we'll open the right leg out to the right. So just like we were doing when we were standing up earlier in Utthita Hasta, this is Supta Padangusthasana. So we're going to open any amount. And again, knee could be totally bent. Extending the right leg out toward the right. So when Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana is upward lifting, so Utthita Hasta, and Supta, obviously Supta's lying down because we're supine. Inhale, bring your right leg back up to center. You can keep the leg straight or you can bend the knee. We'll take our twist, shifting the hips to the right. Taking the right knee over to the left, maybe bend it to get there, and then you think, oh, I could straighten it out. That might feel good. Keep the right shoulder down and the right hip moving forward, so just feel that in your mind. So one more thing you could do here, just because I like to add on layers, is you could bend your bottom leg, your left knee, reach for your left ankle with your right hand. Give yourself a little manual adjustment, right? It's tricky and it's not for everybody, but if you do get your ankle, it's a nice way to help your right shoulder stay down. Couple more breaths. Exploring the options. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind, come back through center. And we'll start with the other side, hugging the left knee in. Stretch your right leg out. And then as you're ready, stretch your left leg up to the sky. Just take a few breaths here. So you can hold on wherever's comfortable for you, above or below the knee. Maybe you're grabbed for the big toe already. If you have a strap or a belt. Or towel. Soften your shoulders, not about the shoulders. And then from here, try to open out to the left. Try not to let the right foot fall over to the right. Just take the left leg out to the left, any amount. And again, knee could be bent the whole time. Either way. Keep the right hip down so we're not rolling to the left. We're still keeping both hip bones shining up toward the sky. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. With control, inhale your leg back up to center. And then bend your knee or keep the leg straight. Find your way to a twist. Hip shift a little to the left, and left knee or leg drops to the right. You can, again, just explore your options. Maybe you're good right where you landed. Maybe you want to change it up. Bend that bottom leg. Take one more inhale. And exhale, slowly unwind. The more bound you are, the more slowly you need to go. And then come back to center. Tuck both knees in. For a minute or so, take what you need, something symmetrical, so something where both legs are doing the same thing. Could be a happy baby, could be a Supta Baddha Konasana, maybe a plow, maybe just a little rocky side to side. Stay as long as you want, finish anything that you are doing or breathing into, and then we'll find our way to Shavasana, final resting pose. So grabbing any props that you want to use, and then making yourself comfortable on the mat. Just really taking up space. And then just letting everything rest. So letting the feet fall open now. Letting the arms rest a few inches away from your sides, and just letting the fingers gently curl up, not forcing anything down. Shoulders soft, maybe lifting a little through the chest. Eyes closed, covered or both. And then take a moment to breathe. I will guide you out. So really just try to find the stillness and the rest here. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Start to re-invite movement to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently move your head from side to side. As you're ready, reach your arms up over your head. Stretch long from end to end, fingertips to toe tips. And again, just moving slow at your own speed. Draw your knees in. Make your way to fetal pose for a breath or two. And from there, as you're ready, gently make your way up to a comfortable seat. Try to keep your eyes closed, and if they reopen, just gently reclose them. Sit tall. I'm going to read you a quote, which I wanted to read at the beginning. My paraphrasing wasn't good, so I'm going to read it. It's from Baron Baptiste. He's a very well-known yoga instructor. Ultimately, yoga is about creating space within your spine, space within those secret pockets of tightness, space between your muscle fibers, bones, and joints, space between your doubts and beliefs, space between your emotions and reactions, and most important, space between your ears. Take what you need. Everybody all together, one big deep breath in through the nose and pause at the top. Sip in a little more. Big open mouth exhale, make it audible so I could hear it. Gather your hands together at heart center, sealing in your practice. Gently bow your chin toward your heart in a gesture of gratitude toward yourselves, your yoga practice, and the yogis around you. Thank you all so much for coming out this morning, taking the time to practice with me, to share your practices with those around you. Have a great rest of your weekend. I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Namaste. I'm going to unmute. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're the best. Thanks for waking up early and coming out and practicing with me.
Thank you.
Thanks, Erica.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See you guys next week. It's going to be another hot one.
Oh, Lord.
Bye-bye.
Ellen, Vera.
Thanks again.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys coming. I think, we've kind of gotten to the people who are using Zoom and figuring it all out. Thanks, Donna.
Everybody. Thank you.
Tara.
Thank you.
Julie in your cute yoga space.
Hey, thanks, Erica.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Ellen and Dawn.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Blessed.
Miss you guys.
Ardo. Lacey.
Have a good day. Hey, Barb.
Thanks, you too, you guys. Have a great day.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys too.
Love you guys. Bye.
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 Bye.